Mining jobs for new starters. Yes, there really are mining jobs out there for new starters if you know where to look. Welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters. Today I'm just going to quickly talk about where the new starter jobs are in the hard rock underground mining industry and what's driving it. So if you come over to Seek and you type underground in and hit spin, you'll see all the jobs come up, and there's lots. Now, the thing that you need to remember about this is that all the job ads will ask for experience, but the employers are in the position that everybody or anybody that knows anything about hard rock underground mining that wants a job has got one. And they're well short. They're having to hire new starters for all the nipper, truck and off-siding roles. Now, you'll see a lot of this going on, experienced truck drivers wanted, but the reality of the situation is that anybody that's on a truck at the moment is looking for a service crew job. They're not really looking for another truck job. So their employers have got no choice but to hire new starters. So why is this happening? Well, basically because of the gold price. It's $2,700, or it's over $2,700 an ounce. The jobs in underground, if you want to give it a crack, they pay very well. So if you come over to the sponsors' pay rates and rosters page, and then under their new starters, you'll see that a new starter on 2 and 1, they can start on $110,000 a year. And if you work your way up to the top job, it's $300,000 a year plus. Now, this is the other side of the coin that people don't understand, that any employer that's willing to pay between $100,000 and $300,000 for their employees to go to work want their pound of flesh, and they want the job done safely, but they also want it done in a timely fashion. These jobs that people go into, they have a preconception of what they're going into often, and often it's not right. And that's one of the best reasons that I like the new payment program that the sponsor has come up with. It means that you end up spending exactly the same money as if you bought DIY straight up, but it allows you to do basic mine site operation first. And when you can do basic mine site operation, you're going to know whether mining's going to be for you or not. And if it's not for you, well, then you've only spent $150. And if it is for you, you can buy the other courses, and then they'll turn the rest on for you, and you haven't cost you any more money. And what do I mean by it's going to be for you? You can see in the course. So if we open up the course, this is the basic mine site operation course, and we go into how a mine works, and we go down to ground support and click on ground support, and you'll see all the information about ground support come up. The different types we use, why we use it, how we use it, and this all allows you to talk to the employer about the environment, the actual job that you're going to go into. There's videos on what everything happens. It goes into great detail, and it does it for all the different areas of mining. So all these subsections go into great detail about how it all works and teach you everything that you need to know. If I was someone thinking about going and trying to get into to the industry at the moment, I'd have a look and make sure if it was going to be for me. And that's the easiest and cheapest way to do it. But if you do basic and you decide it's not for you, then you've got out of it very cheaply. And a lot of people decide that it's not for them. It's one of the employer's biggest problems, is that they have a whole heap of people that go to site and they do all the inductions and all the training, and then they spend about maybe a week to 2 months on the job, and then they decide it's not for them because they didn't know what they were getting themselves into, time pressure wise, regimenting wise. It's a very regimented way of doing things. You've got to do it the way they want it done, otherwise they will get rid of you straight away. And unfortunately, it's one of those industries that has a high turnover of new starters. And it just, this is one of the reasons why the training was written, to try and help people through the first 6 months on site. But moreover, it was to do that, it's written under the full disclosure principle. So we tell you what's really crappy about the job as well as what's good about the job. So yeah, like I was saying before, with the pay and the roster and all that sort of stuff, that can be good for a little while. 2 and 1 tends to be a bit more full on. Most people want a 1 and 1 or a 2 and 2 roster if they're going to do it long term. The money can be good and it can be great, but like I said, they want things done in a timely manner, and if you can't keep up to speed or you don't find your feet quick enough, then they'll ease you out and they'll bring somebody else in. And that's the unfortunate thing about mining, and that's what you've got to remember. It's really it's cutthroat sometimes with the way they operate. They go through a lot of people. They're used to going through a lot of people. So the best way you can protect yourself and make a success of it is know as much about of what you're getting yourself into as you can. And the best way to do that is with the sponsors courses. So like I said, the do it yourself is $450. But if you want to dip your toe in first, you can buy basic and then you can just keep on upgrading and spend the $450 and they'll turn the rest on, so it won't cost you any more. So I hope you find that information helpful, and if you've got any more questions that you want answered, just send them through to the channel and like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.